Are you ready?
This is Max Hits.
That's about that time.
Hey.
I got hit music. Yeah. All the hits.
Max Hits. Yeah.
It's Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Tokpe Mark Odige, and with me as usual are the ladies. Akashat Nimazviri. Something about our color seems to be rhyming. Look at it. Look at me. Look at it again.
So this morning my zip just ripped.
Jeez.
Thank God for multiple clothes. So I just wrapped it.
Changed.
The color is, this is not the color I would say.
Yeah, but this is the color you are meant to wear.
Slippers would have been.
This is the color that rhymes with your destiny.
Yes, and it is a blessed color.
It's a beautiful
because
color.
I'm wearing the color. Any color I wear is blessed.
Let me wish my friend Afiza Nafi. He used to be with Punch newspapers. I think it's now Daily Trust. Happy birthday! Thank you for.
We know that you're a fun friend.
Thank you for all the way back. Happy birthday! May your day, your life be blessed and beautiful. Thank you so much.
Number two.
We're in Iceland. This place, you people were
Number two is giving
we're giving people
jackets.
our show from Iceland. This place is freezing, it's cold. And, yeah, yesterday was very lovely. You know, I was on the show yesterday. So after the show, I went right back to the office and we had a serious meeting because we're not able to meet our goals and, you know, our target for this month. So the meeting was very intense. So after I'm telling you, so after the meeting, you know, I came out frowning my face on the way as I was coming back. I now saw where they were selling mangoes.
Mango is in season. Thank you for the reminder.
Man,
They don't look mangoish.
no, it's the one I bought is the one that they bring from Cotonou now.
It was really nice.
So it was nice.
I bought a lot. I went and sat down, you know, the night.
And it put you in a good mood.
Yeah, now.
So this time puff did not work, but mango.
Mangoro. You know, it's
What-
mangoro. We call it mangoro.
Mangoro.
Yes, so
Mangoro did the job. So we thank God. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm fine. I was supposed to be resting today. I had promised my daughter that I was going to be home. So she had planned to make me breakfast.
Aww.
This morning. So by the time she now heard my PSA, we're going to work tomorrow, she just came to my room so downcast. Mommy, you're going to work tomorrow. I say, I'm sorry. They called me to come to work. Please, don't worry. We'll do our breakfast on Thursday. At least I'll be resting tomorrow. But I'm really tired because after the show yesterday, I had to go do some shoots for my book and my courses, you know, and by the time I got home, I was knackered. That was the word. So I just managed to take a bath, ate and you know, slept. But I'm looking forward to today. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. All things are working together for my good. All things are working together for my good. And so I've been enjoying Exponential. I listen to Ibuka Oshika anywhere she speaks. any conference, any event, I will listen now from my house. And listening to her just grounds purpose for doing what we're doing. So the message she preached yesterday in Exponential by Elevation was talking about the fact that I am, let me personalize it, I'm an all-day Christian and a daytime entrepreneur, but I'm an all-day Christian. I have an all-day assignment to position and propagate the good news, and that's my full-time assignment, and that must be the consciousness, and it must influence every single thing I'm doing. So I cannot afford to lash out, because that lashing out, yes, it might show my humanity, but if I do lash out, I should quickly come back to say, I'm sorry I lashed out, because everything I do reflects on my faith, and so I have a responsibility to take it as seriously as I can. So it was really interesting for someone at that level to still uphold it, and I always love it. So that's always why I follow that, because I'm like, we must reach this topmost top. We will reach it. I will reach it saying Jesus is Lord. Anyway, this is not Sunday, it's Wednesday, but it's my first time on the show. Welcome. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. So we're starting off the front page review with The Nation. Major headline: services, petrol refining sectors propel GDP growth to 3.84%. This is the fastest growth rate in 3 years, says Edu. In other news, reconciliation, inclusivity for new members top APC's NEC agenda. President hosts national caucus. 1.5 million candidates register for UTME exams to hold April 25th. Natasha sues Akpabio others for 100.3 billion naira. Kogi senator faces ethics panel. Attacks on APC, Tinubu, Presidency Ribadu Omokri Chide El Rufai. And FCCPC invites multi-choice CEO over DSTV subscription hike. So what story are we starting with? Teachers jailed for raping pupils. That's another story.
Okay, so I have the story for the 1.5 candidates. It's like an announcement though. So they say registration ends by March 8th. They said that so far they have 1.5 million students have registered for the UTME, and the examination is expected to start on April 25th. They said this notice is particularly important given the recent decline in the number of candidates registering for the examination, and they urge all individuals who wish to participate to register promptly and avoid waiting until the last minute, because the board's calendar is fixed with numerous subsequent programs scheduled after registration. including examinations, results management, and admissions exercise. These timelines are coordinated with other agencies whose operations rely on the completion of our processes. So they are now saying that they are not going to extend. So make sure that you go and register. And so in light of this, we strongly encourage candidates to complete their registration as soon as possible, adhering to the established timeline for the 2025 UTME. Everybody should quickly go and register because they don't plan to extend.
And they've announced it on time now. Yes, so the senator representing Kogi Central on the platform of the People's Democratic Party, that's PDP, Natasha Akpabio, has sued Senate President Godswill Akpabio for alleged defamation of her character. She filed the suit yesterday at the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, through her lawyer, Victor Giwa. So she said, or alleging among others, that Akpabio defamed her by his comments, which were allegedly published by one of his aides in his social media platform. She also went ahead to claim that some of the words the Senate President used on his Facebook page with the title is Local Content Committee of the Senate, Natasha's Birthright, of the Senate, Natasha's Birthright. I said that comment defamed her, and they went ahead to list, the defendants. So Senator Akpabio, the President of the Senate, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and Senate's senior legislative aide to the Senate President, that informed Patrick, the defendants. So they said that Akpabio had put her under a series of pressure in distracting her from carrying out her legislative functions in her capacity as a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria by removing her from various committees in the Senate, which included international conferences and engagements in her capacity as senator, such that she had to pay personally for her international official trips and hotel bills, among others. Now she's asking the court that they're suing for, I think the court should award the defendant the sum of 100 billion as general damages and 300 million as the cost for prosecuting the case. There was also another place that says some of the Senate members were with her in this, suing that she's doing. But I'm sure we're going to.
I read that they ganged up.
Our top topic.
Wow.
That's
God
what I
have
heard.
gang up for her.
Wow.
What's your own
Just
story?
as God has gang up for us too through the FCCPC. So our the only and most popular multi-choice Nigerians announced their price increments this January, saying that new prices will start from the compact bouquet for the DSTV platform at 19,000, compact plus at 30,000, premium subscription at 44,500, and their GOTV too. Super customers will pay 16,800, while the super ordinary super will pay 11,400, and the tariff goes on like that for Max at 8,500 and that Ginger for 3,900. I know it's go see for that Ginger, but FCCPC now rise to the occasion on our behalf and summoned the Chief Executive Officer of MultiChoice Nigeria to come and explain to it this proposed price increment, and they are exercising their powers under the mandate under the Section 32, 33 of the FCCPA, which is the Federal Government Agency Act. And they have said that the CEO must attend an investigative hearing at their commission in Abuja. Failure to explain to them why this proposed increment, if they don't provide satisfactory explanation, or if they are found to be violating any fair market principle, or taking advantage of a monopoly, so-called, that they would now be sanctioned with penalties and any other corrective measures to protect us Nigerians. Because I was wondering, when NSC was carrying fight for the telcos, while we are watching, this platform has continuously increased their money. We increased one 2024. We have already started another one in January. It's only them that are buying diesel. Telcos did not buy. But God will help us.
Ramasi, you have a story?
Yes, I already.
Okay, so I wanted to quickly take the story about the petrol influencing and propelling our GDP. The interesting part about this is the impact of one or two businesses in boosting major growth in our GDP. As compared to 2023, the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, released a report of our last quarter, and our last quarter shows improvement, and they said it is from services and from petrol refining. Uncle Dangote were done. Then Agric actually reported less contribution to the GDP, and that is also obvious. Insecurity and the entire process within the agricultural sector needs to get better. When it works, you will see the impact, but the drop in agricultural contribution to GDP is obviously something the government should look into as well.
Manufacturing, no even days.
We know they manufacture anything. Now moving on to the Punch, major headline.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we're not manufacturing anything. I mean, manufacturing. Why INEC vote can't be accurate, says Jonathan. Ex-president decries ghost voters, regional influence, and 6 electoral reforms. Obasa awaiting ruling before returning to the assembly, says lawyer. Senate back Akpabio as Natasha files 100.3 billion naira defamation suit. And then we have APC dismisses anti-Ganduje plots as El Rufai absent from NEC meeting. Tax reforms, Senate's plans review as customs ASU fault provision. Let's take one story before we go on a break.
Short one. So the lawyer to the House State Speaker of Lagos State, Mudashiru Obasa, Chief Afolabi Fashanu, says that his client would not be resuming at the House of Assembly anytime soon until judgment comes. So they're waiting for the February 28th judgment, which the court had fixed for the next hearing. And until then, he will not come to the House. He said it will amount to an illegal step for him to return to the House pending the decision of the court, which is already decision of the matter, which is already before the court. He also said that there is no plan to withdraw the suit, but his client is also making political move to resolve the issue.
Okay, we'll take a quick break now. When we return, it's not looking, the political handwriting is not looking good for Miranda right now, but who knows what is going to happen. We are all watching. Stay with us and be watching with us. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll continue with Front Page Review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas. It shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting, as the arts are meant to be.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
my 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take.
I choose to
Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert, and a bit of nightcap.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the pages of the newspapers and we're in Punch.
Yes, so I have the major headline here. So former President Goodluck Jonathan on Tuesday said the nation was not getting accurate vote counts during elections due to the involvement of those he described as ghost voters. He also said it's better and more honorable for the chairman and other officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission to resign rather than yield to pressure to manipulate elections. So he made the assertion at the Yaga Africa Reflection Conference on Democratic Elections in West Africa, which was held in Abuja. And according to him, he said the nation's electoral system will continue to grapple with the credibility crisis until there are men of integrity in INEC who will rather resign than succumb to pressure to rig polls. He said in Nigeria, you can't get an accurate count of votes because I believe that we have too many ghost voters. We must have credible people from what, the ex-chairman Atahiru Jega has said, that political leaders who are so domineering will pressure you to do what is wrong. You should be able to resign and leave. You should be able to resign and walk away. That if we don't have this kind of people, then we are in trouble. And I don't want any INEC official to say I was pressurized. If you are accepting to be chairman of INEC or to be a commissioner of INEC, then you should be ready to say, if I'm pressurized to do what is wrong, I'll take care of the democratic people and walk away. Then went ahead to talk about the last elections. In as much as we had the what was that thing that was introduced? Beavers. We still had issues, and we need to set that example. Give an example of Ghana, how their election was, very seamless.
As in,
they have been sustaining
and they learned from. They came to collect.
Yes, but they were able to make it. They're not as much as we are anyway, but we need to do better.
Okay, so I have the story of the APC dismisses Anti-Ganduje plot. They said as the countdown to the National Executive Committee meeting of the APC begins, the leadership of the party has dismissed speculation that President Bola Tinubu may ask the national chairman of the APC, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, to resign. They said there is nothing like that. Said the NEC is a routine meeting and not an elective one. We have been trying to have it since September last year, but now it is confirmed. They said the agenda is to consider the project of the party for 2025 and also financial statement as required under the electoral law. They said, as usual, the El Rufai was supposed to be there, but he said he's not going to be around, and he's traveling, and that he's going to be in Cairo, and from there he's going to go and perform Hajj and all of that. But they said the planned gathering of the APC and party stakeholders will be Ganduje's first since he took over the leadership of the National Working Committee. So let's hope that all the things, the agenda they're going to look through, they're going to come out with something favorable.
Yeah. All right, so I have the story on the tax reforms and the fact that ASU is complaining. So I really wanted, because I'm a fan of the tax reform, the new tax that we want to pass, and it is currently going through Senate hearing. But there's been a public hearing that has been taking place, and I'm happy that people are engaging in it, because the the president of ASU, that's Professor Oshodeke, went into the meeting and specified that they didn't like the fact that they are scrapping TED fund, and with facts that the over 90% of capital projects in state and federal universities since 2011 have been carried out by TED fund. So if you scrap what is providing a bit of physical and capital projects within the university, it will affect the quality of education that Nigerians are able to get. Made very valid. But the tax bill is to replace that educational tax with something called NEL fund, and they are of the opinion that the NEL fund is not comparable to what TED fund was doing for them. I think it's a conversation worth having. It's not. We're not going to disregard the highlights of the challenges that has been highlighted. Even though I know that I feel that the tax reform is a good one for the country. So we're looking forward to how the steering committee, the presidential steering committee on the tax, would respond to ASU's demand. I would like him to come on our show to explain how ASU's demand is being correct. Maybe they're not as informed as they should be. Moving on to Daily Sun. Presidency disowns Oshibaju on IBB. Tackles ex-governor El Rufai. Says ex-military president never tormented Tinubu. In other news, federal government unveils minimum standard document for senior secondary education. Then, Anambra Guba. With fanfare, Obiora Okonkwo submits APC nominations form. Promises to win primary main election. 10 killed, 3 injured in Damaturu, Maiduguri road crash. Your book full of lies. Good reference material for criminals. Vasta family hits IBB. This IBB book, we are going to still be studying the movie.
I'm telling you.
Alleged defamation, we've taken that story already. And who has what story here? Who has the injured or...
Better news, jury. The federal government has launched what they call the newly developed minimum standard for senior secondary schools development by the National Secondary School Education Commission. According to that, to the Minister for Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, who was represented by one of the directors, Aja Binta Abdulkadri, the director for basic and secondary education, at an event where they flagged off the online Google-sponsored artificial intelligence in pedagogy training of 6,000 senior secondary school teachers in Abuja. He acknowledged that the AI that we are talking about is no longer futuristic; it is now our present reality, and that's where the way education should go. So, the integration of AI into the pedagogy offers an unprecedented opportunity to enhance learning experiences, personalized education, and develop critical thinking skills among our students. And the goal is to prepare them for careers in technology-driven world where AI literacy will be as fundamental as reading and writing.
Now, when I see my children's homework, I ask them, is it you that wrote this or is it AI that wrote it? Moving on to Vanguard.
Our generation was just basic. Can you read that right?
Can you read that right?
Now they're asking
how can you use, yes. Moving on to Vanguard major headline, insecurity, how lack of surveillance tech aids criminals, terrorists. In other news, June 12 annulment, I'll challenge my prosecution by IBB, says Falano. US excludes UK, Nigeria, others from visa-free entry for 2025. I'll never discuss running for president in 2030. I've never discussed running for president in 2031 with anybody, says Ribadu. El Rufai hurts because he wasn't made minister. That's from presidency and Lagos, Miranda. There's a twist to that Miranda story, but what does El Rufai have to say?
Yes, so the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, had said that the former Kaduna State Governor, Nasser El Rufai, was hurting for being left out of Tinubu's ministerial appointment. You know that they said he was initially nominated as a minister by the president, but while he was forming his cabinet, they said the Senate eventually screened him out. So we saw the interview that he had saying that it was not the Senate that rejected him, but it was the president himself that rejected him. But Onanuga is saying that although El Rufai had worked hard for the president's emergence, it was time for him to move on from the disappointment of not being made a minister. He says, and I quote, "I will pity former Kaduna State Governor Malam El Rufai. He feels hurt. He was not made a minister, but I think it's time for him to move on. You cannot continue to behave like a child, as if someone stole his bread and things like that. And they are crying over spilled milk. And he said it's not out of place for him to feel aggrieved, having worked hard for the election of the president. But Haba, it's time to just move.
I have a question.
On.
Don't ask the question.
I got intel yesterday about what actually happened from somebody close to.
But you cannot share it on TV.
So
the only question is that those people asking Natasha to be a bigger person, to lobby, can they help me to talk to Bayo Onanuga that some things are not addressed?
They don't address it publicly.
Yes, I have the Miranda story. Okay. So Miranda, according to our own camp, might step down. But since the last DSS, whatever they had in the house had gone on an indefinite, that's February 17, they had gone on an indefinite break. And so they just...
But they'll be collecting definite salary.
36 out of the 40 members had given her a vote of confidence. And after that, they went on an indefinite break. But behind the scene, according to some quarters, the APC Congress have been trying to solve this issue within their assembly.
It's a zoning thing now.
To a zoning. So zoning had presented the Lagos West speaker who was ousted, and so they're looking to Lagos West to bring in a new speaker to to balance things out. So they penned down Honorable Setonji David from Badagry, the Honorable Temitope Adewale from Ifakojayi, the Honorable Kainde Joseph from Adimosho 1, Adedemola Kasumu from Ikeja, Honorable Lukman Olumo.
What is paining me is there's no woman in all this list.
I want to read it finish. It's not let me finish. Wale Raouf Suleiman from Mushin, Nureni Akinsoya from Mushin, Surajudeen Tijani from Mojotu, no woman. But they are saying Lagos West. What about zoning to another gender?
Exactly, zoning, which is extremely
zoning is important. But if finally zone reach our side now, they want to zone it back.
That's what we can take on front page review for today. The views expressed by, let me not do the disclaimer.
Exclusively my views. Exclusively my.
We'll take a break. When we return, we go into our hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
By 20 or 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
at this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, G Fadala.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musiki.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym, though. You're getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I will not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see some sports.
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's get to work now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. TVC Entertainment with Pure Entertainment.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. So, police in Bayelsa has confirmed that the arrest of a woman, Ogechi Gift Okechukwu, and a doctor from the Federal Medical Center Yenegua for allegedly defrauding public through a fraudulent appeal for funds for a surgery. Ogechi allegedly conspired with the doctor to deceive unsuspecting individuals on Facebook, falsely claiming she needed money for surgery. The doctor reportedly assisted by providing fake medical reports, fake drug prescriptions, staging medical procedure to appear like she was gravely ill. This included administering a fake intravenous drip, conducting fake blood transfusion, and presenting fabricated scan results to convince donors of her condition. What are your thoughts on this? Join us on the conversation by calling us on 090-241-63440, or you can tweet to us at TVC Connect. We're also streaming live on YouTube where we can take your comments as well. So this is not good at all, especially for those who have critical medical needs. This is a story I felt so sad because there are people that their own needs are genuine, and now they wouldn't get support because of people like Gift who consciously defrauded the public sympathy in claiming that she needed medical intervention. Anyway, we have a legal person here, Nima Akashat-Zibiri. What exactly was your opinion on a personal level and on a legal level? How did you feel?
It's a clear case of fraud now. You know, fraud and creating false circumstance to defraud the public. So I'm sure the police are more than capable they can do like 11 charges of different kinds.
And stand by it.
And yeah, all of them will. If I were drafting the charge, I love drafting charge, but I didn't get there. So it would have been nice. We'd have gotten different areas, including had the doctor, all of them, and so they would face their day in court. It's just a sad one. I was going to just be quiet because, you know, I almost fell victim of this. So I had this body that I was always referring cases to, and then one guy sent me privately a case of kidney failure, and he sent it from one hospital. The letterhead just looked perfect. So I just sent it to that person that, please help me, or whatever you can raise for him. When the person has said, they did the investigation, and the doctor who gave out that, whatever, even though he works in that hospital, they didn't give it officially. That letterhead I was seeing, carrying a federal hospital, teaching hospital, was not the letterhead from the federal teaching hospital. And they had called the CMD to confirm. You know, as I humbled, the way, you know, I was caught on, I just remember I was humbled because, you know, you have put me in the middle of a fraud.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not every time they come and these days I
you always carry those cases on your head, seriously.
I've not done it in a long time.
Yes,
I don't used to do it again. After that one time I had correct. I used to just look and say, go here, Polo, so I will send you a token. You know, but I found out that, you know, people do this thing. And for a country like ours, where we don't have a proper health system, where I say proper health system is that we don't have an NHIS. We don't have we don't even have enough employment for the people that are employed. Talk less of compelling the deductions. So where do you want to compel the deductions? Getting HMO. Some hospitals, I know a government hospital right now, turning down an HMO that somebody have subscribed to and paid, saying they won't take payment from that hospital, forcing that person to pay out of the pocket right now as we speak. A government hospital in the city. Imagine how painful that right now. The person had saved up that if I have this, I know I have had this kind of experience in the past, and said I've paid for what they call the premium on her HMO so that she can use that to fund her hospital bills. And the government hospital is saying HMO we cannot, because HMOs who have their drama about payments. The back and forth, some hospitals do not want to deal. And so if a government hospital is saying we will not go deal, now private hospital won't deal with them, you know. So a lot of anomalies in the system that are just not working for the people. For you to now add this one on top. Number one, person not get money for hospital. Number two, HMO no recover certain things. Three, you know, government hospitals don't accept some HMOs who cover. And people are dealing with all of that. Our NHIS, since President Buhari's time, I have not heard any good thing about it since the NHIS boss was investigated, and we did not hear the conclusion of that case. So a lot of things like that are wrong. For somebody to now sit down and take advantage of it, because you have a lot of people, all you see are videos from hospital beds of people asking, soliciting for funds.
And we see documents, but we cannot go and verify those
Even
documents.
the Doctors Cancer Foundation, we are constantly putting up videos to meet up hospital bills. There's no health plan that covers childhood cancers. So nothing prepares us for this. So you imagine somebody now taking advantage, spoiling they will now close eye for good and bad person.
Yes,
at the end of the day, it's just that's the evil of it for me.
Let me move on to Ramatu.
Yeah, so it was when I saw that video, it was quite worrisome because the lady, all of them in question, they are quite young. They are very young people. What came to my mind was that the extent of the fraud that they had to even act a script. You understand? Like go to the hospital, put the drip, because you see the picture of her with the line, everything, and then go to the extent of blood transfusion.
She's
you
a
know,
nurse.
providing all of those things. You know, it's just so. It just shows how much. I'm just thinking that where did we go wrong as a country? Where did we go wrong? You know, because on X, most times you see all of these people soliciting for funds. You know, they will come around and all of that. So there are so many times we've seen some that were lies. But now these days, what people do is this: if they come out to solicit for funds for certain medical ailment or anything, most times the person will go and do the video live in the hospital, take the picture of the hospital, the front of the hospital,
they had evidence.
everything, video. They took everything, you know. They'll take everything, then come to the public, and some certain people, is only some certain people, once they post, everybody will contribute. But when some other people, when they contribute, when they post, other people don't even answer them. And I'm just saying, this thing in Nigeria is just very high. It's not even just in the hospital case, everywhere. I know sometime last week, somebody was scammed through this WhatsApp group. They will now send you one code. They will now call you and tell you, oh yeah, Nigerians, the young people are very, very intelligent.
And they are deploying
very intelligent. A lot of people
negatively.
are channeling it through, building apps and all of that. But most Nigerians channel their own. All they think of is how to scam one another. They will now call you, tell you to read out the code. You read out the code. They just hack into your WhatsApp or they hack into any of your.
I don't touch no
information.
codes, man.
I'm telling you, and then they start taxing all your contacts. They start sending messages to your contacts. Send 800k, send 1 million.
Wow.
All those things. So if only our intelligent, young people channel this intelligence that they have to do better things, Nigeria will be a better place.
Definitely. Everyone. Actually,
Mama, when I saw the story, I was just weak. The only thing that came out from my mouth is Ndoshi. They should arrest them, prosecute them, and jail them. They are thieves, proper thieves. And I remember the time we talked about something like this, where we now started blaming the people that were helping. Before you help, go and investigate. So you are putting the burden of help. You are trying to help somebody. Now you are taking out time to help properly by doing investigation. How many people will actually do investigation?
No help is going to happen.
Exactly. So people just say, this one, everybody's coming. How do I believe that this person is telling the truth? And that's why I'm trying not to call government, but we need to have institutions where our healthcare system is sorted. So I know that we cannot handle every level of scam at the same time. But let's take this one now because this is what we're talking about today. The healthcare system is sorted in such a way that she had already mentioned the HMOs. They need to be cleaned out so well that they are functional. The NHS has to be functional. People should have at least the basics to be able to get quality healthcare. So if your issue is now plenty, the hospital can be the one to put out the needs. We have a patient that we need so and so and so to be able to do so and so and so, and then people can crowdfund. Then the non-governmental organizations, the foundations like the Docas Cancer Foundation that you are working with, and other foundations can now say, okay, we want to this cause, want to run for this cause, want to take this cause, want to go to the public to raise funds for this cause, so that individuals who want to give will channel to the foundations because they are trusted. Before they do anything, they are working with the hospitals, they can verify. All this crowdfunding we see on social media, everybody is dropping 1,000. We need to stop it. We need to hold ourselves responsible enough to stop it because a lot of people are taking advantage of it, and the people who really need it will not get that opportunity again because people don't want to pay anything. So instead of me to see anything and, hey, oh, so sad, I'd rather call Nima. Please, die your cancer, this, I have small money that I want to put to support because I know where it's going to. Can we hold ourselves in such a way that people don't take this opportunity to begin to scam us? We need to be, see, if you are working for your money and you don't want to waste your money, you know how you put your money.
So the thing is, they don't even really scam those that have a lot of money, because wealthy
those
people,
ones, they
use only foundations to fund, to support.
Saying.
So the people that are being scammed are actually people that have little and are contributing the little they have to just say, at least me, I'm not sick, let me support this initiative. When we return, we'll take a break now. When we return, we'll take phone calls from you all and take your comments. But it is really, really, somebody was saying, as a woman, you support this one. No, this is crime, and it is totally crime. That's all. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll continue the conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
TV TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, you for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by David featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym, though. You're getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to suspense?
That woman.
Bam!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to start it.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So we'll be discussing the story of Gift, a nurse in Bayelsa who falsified the fact that she's ill and did a fundraiser, partnered with Facebook influencers to raise funds for a fake illness, conniving with her doctor to provide fake pictures of her getting drip and being treated, fake medical scan results and all of that. Everything was false, and right now the case is being prosecuted by the police, which is a good thing. But for me, I felt really, really bad because I'm just getting over the part of me that just feels like I don't support any. I said on the issue, the only contribution I contribute is to my church benevolence, where I know they channel the funds. If it is not there, I know they do. Then I also started doing with Quiverful, which funds IVF. So I was still going to do video that I'm going to release next week to ask people to support Quiverful ministry. Now, you will hear, when you see things like this, when my video now comes, people will say, it might not be real, because they will just cast that same shadow of doubt on everybody seeking medical attention. And I know you ladies have spoken extensively about the fact that from the government's perspective, there should be regulation on the providing better health care. But in this case, this lady is a nurse. I remember Ramatu was saying that we should have pictures and videos. They had pictures and videos. Those pictures and videos looked very real. Like you will be moved to want to support them. And so right now, and she was actually ill. She was ill. She had recovered. Then she now used the sickness to make money. The evil idea now came up when she got better. So what would be the right process, Nima, if somebody finds themselves within this situation where you have contributed funds and you have been scammed? You collect how would they go about it?
That's where the police usually fail us. So this is not a new thing. Ordinarily, each of the donors, especially through
bank transfer,
there's tracing, so you can actually follow the money back to the source of it and give people back their monies. We've seen this happen in all these agile groups where they will find you and give you your money. I don't know why that one is hard when it comes to fraud. Once they investigate the fraud, they don't compensate or put the donors back in the position they were before the fraud, which should be. It should be followed back. Even if it takes years, you will just see your alert back based on so fraud and investigation. Post of it, we decided to refund your fund. It shouldn't be that hard. But it's Grace, what's her name? Gifts. It's Gifts turn. All of you on your class WhatsApp group with videos that you know that you are not facing those challenge. Facebook people that you have not facing challenge. The one woman told me that my child. I said, how did they say 5 years? You have kidney failure. I said, it was to scam. Ew.
That was how I watched one video, Nima. One Pastor Lazarus video. The boy said he's seriously sick now, but he had been lying for years that he's sick as a way to raise money. And now he's all the sicknesses that he had lied with over the years is now on him. He's on Pastor Lazarus video.
And that means there's God.
Yes.
Because you know when we're small, they used to tell us, if your mom is calling you, in my tribe they'll say, if your mother is calling you, know the way we used to go hide near the wall. Hear your mother call you, Nima, Nima, Igwele. You go there, wait, make another person answer. So when she stops calling you, assume that mother now call you, say, you're asking for deafness. I say, I'm calling you, me, your mother, that pour blood on your head, I'm calling you. You're asking for deafness. Means I've used that trick for my children, but it means that there's God. When something is not true, you claim it. He must portion you. Yes, it must portion you. But we know people who fake it, people who go up north, bring one sister, cut their hand, harm them to position them at the main road as beggars. The industry is wide. It's wide. Industry. It's the modernity that brought them to Facebook and social media. They used to exist in the neighborhoods where every morning they will pass you, they will greet you, they will tell you, auntie.
They will wrap hand.
There's one guy.
When
I entered LASU 1999 for my diploma, he was there. I was leaving LASU after my degree in 2010. He was still there. He's always in that Yanoba market in Ojo. Every day he's lost on his way to Badagry. He doesn't have money. It was a business. So every day, as I told you, if I close my eyes and dream, in my nightmare I see you. Where I'm giving you money rich. So there are people who like that, who feature it every day as a means to earning. It is a cost means to earning.
Yeah. Because people that really need the help don't get it because you have turned it into an
you have made it an industry and you act it so well. People would have given you the resources when they meet a genuine resource. I have already done one. So those people who are in that place, they must, if this circumstance that you gave is real, it would be nice for them to know that this is possible. The end of them.
As well.
But most times when you
call.
donate, okay.
Yeah, let me just take this call. Do I still have the caller there? Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show. We're ready for your calls right now, so please call into the show with 090-241-63440. I said, I think Patience is there. Hello, Patience. Welcome to the show. I think we lost that call. Sorry, Patience. Please call back. All right, so let's take some comments on...
Ramatu,
you were saying something. So I was like, most times when you donate to the fact that, okay, you are helping out. So you are not really expecting you donate the money that you know that when you donate, if they don't give it back to you, it's fine.
No, sometimes it's sacrificial donation. Some people donate like this money can pay for something, but this person will die.
Let me just
this person might die. Yeah. Because in most cases, that's how they do it now. Like you will die. So you are making the sacrifice because you feel like this might help someone that might die. It's not the 1,000. Some people donate 50, 100, 200, 1 million being donated, and then you find out that the person is using it to live large. It will be very heartbreaking.
Yes, there was one lady one boy.
Yes, so one boy that will not buy a Shrebi.
One boy that was transitioning this Lagos.
Transitioning, okay.
He was transitioning. Go and do nyash.
Can you imagine?
And they collected
the boy go and do nyash. He donated now. He did video now. Are you not remembering this thing? He trended now. The boy look like girl like this. You don't remember that?
I don't remember.
He trended, and later the week after there was no consequence. That's why we see these things happen. The boy later, after a week, somebody now called him out that because he was calling out the hospital that did the yash. That yash have
yeah, live television.
That the yash have that the thing was removing worm. He was not saying his kidney was affected. He was doing video. People called the rush. People were divided.
And then nobody now prosecuting. Let me take Patience. She has come back.
Yes, now what are you saying?
Wow.
That's how we like to throw money.
Welcome back to the show. Patience, apologies for delaying the call then. Thank you for calling back.
They say I should wait now, my God.
No,
I'm so sorry. You are live. Hi,
hello, good
you
morning.
Are live. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Thank you for joining.
Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning, ma.
We can hear you. Good morning.
Okay, ma. My name is Patient. I'm calling from Surulere.
Okay.
Welcome.
Good morning. Happy to see you people. Nice. Good morning. Yes. How's everything, ma?
Good. We're so sorry. Please, when you call into the show, don't watch television. Yes. You listen to us over the phone.
Mute your television.
Yes, because that would cause a bit of delay. So I know that you were going to take a comment.
Yes, I wanted to take some comments here. So Olukayode David says, I so much love this story. In Nigeria today, even our girlfriends fake this to guys. They fake hospital pictures and videos. They have many medias they have shot with different wears in different rooms. I mean, when did they see these girlfriends? Now, wow. I think I have another one here. Okay, they're talking about military regime.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. If you tell your boyfriend you're not feeling fine, and like you need money, he will not give you. But if you say you're not feeling fine, he will give you money for medicine. So they fake the sickness.
Why are you using
so
the guys are coming late to the party?
I don't even understand.
The guys so fake. But the girls now fake pregnancies that they don't have.
As in, okay. So if we're talking about fraud, the spectrum of fraud is very wide. The several layers of lies.
Everybody not tip. The best way they break meat. But
there was a time I was scammed on Instagram. This one is clothing. So I bought clothes and everything. He scammed me. You know, the guy even told me that I was going to bring some of the clothes home. I would try some of them. I know. I paid money. And after like 5-6 months, they called me at the fraud unit at this thing department is at Ikoyi. They called me and they said, did I buy clothes? So. I said, no, I better go, please. You know, because I was scared. I didn't know what was wrong. They were not like, no, that they've recovered my money. That should come and collect my money.
See?
I didn't answer them. I didn't go that first day. I said maybe they want to scam me again the second time. This time around physically. I said this time around physically. The guy now called again and said that I should make sure that I come, that they've collected the money and all. So I had to go with police. I was like, let me get somebody. By the time we got there, it was legit. Our names, if you see the amount of people that
they have their account.
Hey,
so they actually do refund?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They catch them. They got my number through my bank.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so through the bank, because you know I made.
So
we just said
through all the accounts
all the
had
accounts,
paid into.
That's the tracing.
So sometimes
was it the EFCC that handled that matter?
It wasn't EFCC. It was fraud. Something
fraud unit.
Yes.
Is Alagbo in Ikoyi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because she mentioned Ikoyi.
Yeah, that's a great one.
My money.
That's very cool. Thank you for mentioning. And that's the first time I'm hearing. Please, they should be helping us.
No, I know the police work because before we go on, because just quickly say this, because I know someone that bought a stolen phone from Computer Village, and they traced his phone based on the IMEI and checked where the phones were, and like 5 of them that bought that stolen phone, they came to where they were for those that work for those in the office and told them that you are using a stolen phone. So he now had to go and trace that. I have my receipt, collect receipt when you buy things.
Yes, so
trace the receipt, went to the company, and that company he bought it from said, we bought this phone through this person. And when they went to the entire process, he was painstaking for him, but he was given back another phone by the company he bought it from, and that phone was acknowledged as a stolen phone. And the police went through this entire process with, as like he didn't, so we need to acknowledge that sometimes this is easy to talk about these days where the police doesn't do what they're meant to do, but they actually do. Let's take a break. When we return, we'll conclude on this. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
They gave me back my money.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars,
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take.
I choose to
Close the show, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musiki.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shine.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So I know we have calls coming in right now. Okay, we're waiting to take your calls because somehow you called us during the break and we did not take your call during the break and you have left. Please call back. The numbers are right there on your screen. All right, so I know that we have comments on social media.
Yes, I have one
on this
here.
topic.
Ikidero Victoria said the lady should be jailed to serve as a warning to aspiring fraudsters. She also solicited for help from a foundation I know, and the director was so smart to see through the loopholes. Wow. Fiona says someone in Benue State, a man faked it like that for his wife. That's how people were contributing, and the Mumu girl, in the name of marriage, she kept quiet before her husband was caught just last month. Wow.
Michael says, meanwhile, people donating left, right, and center have family members and extended or nuclear that need help. And this one is you can verify. So even the Prophet Islam said your charity should be closer to you. You start from if you don't have in your family, you have in your neighborhood something that you can verify that a person truly is in need of. They said the real people that need help will now be, Fiona says the real people that need help will now be not be able to get it because of fake people.
Yeah, so they said sympathy donation. If you want to base donation on only family members, some people will die needing just a token to survive because both their first and second generation can give them the amount needed. That's what Hafsa said.
Yeah, so Yetunde says the real issue here is that government should put systems in place to cater for the chronic illnesses so that there's no need for public fund raising. Fiona says the lady that they were contributing money for, her family could even pay her bills, but her husband decided to lie just to make money.
So I kind of agree with what BC said, where they will be like we should go through
foundations, registered foundations.
So I'm not thinking that sometimes, you know, like some people who didn't go to school and they don't know all of these things, they just go to the hospital. I'm just wondering if the hospitals can put them in foundations, like can introduce those foundations to them, and then introduce these HMOs to them, because a lot of people, like I'm just thinking of the farmers in the north, you know, all those modern people that will just
I'm happy you mentioned, because
they will go to teaching hospital. There's no HMO, nothing is whatever they have that they're going to use. So most times they can't afford these medical bills.
They might not even be aware
and start looking for help.
You know? And we also need to caution ourselves. I know that everybody needs to have empathy and compassion, but use your brain. I don't just jump into helping people that you do not know. If you do not have the time to verify, identify yourself with foundations and churches and organizations that that is what they do. Identify yourself. When you have free change after you have finished helping your family members, so
charity begins at home.
You have free change. You can from time to time. I can say every month like this, I used to have one free 50K. I can just be saving it or be putting it into one foundation or the other. That's also helping, and God will bless you, because what you're helping is getting to the needy, the people that actually need it.
It's still what you call
that crave of, hey, everybody's contributing. Let me quickly put my own money there. It's not helping us.
Mutukwa, welcome to the show. Good morning. Hello, Mutukwa, are you there?
I'm here.
Awesome. Welcome. Good morning.
Thank you. This is my first time.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I've been following your program for some time now, but I'm calling from Lokoja in Kogi State.
You're welcome.
But this morning I felt really touched, really touched. I run an orphanage, and I know what it means for people who are in need. I just want to state one experience I had. I had a child with hole in the heart. And people kept asking me to come out to tell people to donate, but I refused. We kept taking him to the hospital, and after some time, we were told to go to Abuja for the last listen. People wanted to take it up, but I refused. I didn't want to soil my name. And at the end of the day, this baby, the hole was covered. It was healed. I didn't have to ask people to donate money. So it's really embarrassing to those of us that really want to help genuinely. When you see people doing this, whatever came over that doctor to do such a thing with the woman, agreed that there's pressure everywhere. But must you keep defrauding people when there are people that need help, genuine help?
Yeah.
Now, how will people come out to begin to help others now with this? For me, they should be prosecuted.
Yeah.
And let them serve as an example. No begging. Nothing should be done apart from let Nigerians know. Because there are people that genuinely need help. They are there, they are all over the place. I have a foundation, I run an orphanage. I have never come out to say people should start donating.
So how do you get funding?
So whatever came over that doctor, he has a fraudulent heart. The woman too has a fraudulent heart, and only God knows how long they have been doing this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Madam Odukwe, how do you get funding for your foundation and your orphanage?
Thank you very much. From friends.
Okay.
I have 22 children. 8 of them. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
It's like I can't hear.
We can hear you.
Your last. Okay.
You are saying you have
I have 22 children. I'm a pensioner. I'm a widow. So from whatever I'm able to generate. Hello.
Oh, we're so sorry. I think there's a network glitch.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. But thank you for bringing us to the attention of bringing orphanages to our attention, because these are also places. I think it was 2 years ago I did my birthday and I went to this place for physically challenged people, and it was just very heartbreaking because you was the person taking care of the facility. I saw that the roof, they needed generator, so we got generator. We did floor for them because the place was really messy. I was even willing to do roof, but they said that this is not their permanent building, that they are planning to move. So what they needed most was the generator and at least the floor so that the children can play outside. And these institutions, I didn't want to do something that could be taken away. I wanted to do something that the children will benefit. So clothes that they can wear was provided, shoes they can wear were provided. And there are many people like that they just are trying to help out people based on that. I've gone through this before. Let us channel our kindness and sadaka into places where.
So the regulation is important so that we don't lose our kindness. We are drawn to different cases, different ways. You can see the case and you can hold your head and walk. I can't even see somebody stranded fixing their car on the road and drive. My husband said, "What's it concern?" I say, "I can help them jumpstart it. I have that battery in my car." That's how we are drawn differently, you know. So people are drawn differently, and so that we don't lose our kindness, there must be regulation.
True.
The platform, these people use Facebook, must regulate any soliciting of funds. As once you know all those algorithms they use. Once there's any such thing, they must regulate it. They must be able to flag it down to genuine cases, genuineness is shown. They must have a way to verify, and also governments must, since governments could not do the NHIS and the basic to cover these health conditions, they must also be able to flag it down. I'm not saying close it, stop the person from raising, but when you don't, if you cannot verify genuineness of the case, you then pull it down. You must always take the time to find it and check the genuineness of it to save the unsuspecting public from donating. That whole work of you going to verify cannot be done beyond your neighbor. The one I can do is the one nearest to me. Of course. But that one that I am drawn to on these platforms. That's why we're saying regulate social media. People are shouting. It's beyond holding people from talking anyhow. It is also as important as, protecting people from falling victim of people like this. And there are too many. We see cases, you see, I talk about the trade fair market, where it's impossible for somebody to have that level of breast cancer, open that breast in that kind of song that I saw. And body no scratcher, he not run mad. He did there, he open up. And they are there for hours. I go in, I shop for 4 hours, I come back. It's costume. And somebody must be passing there who is recognized as a security agent, who has the ID card and the means to do something. Not me that I suspect it, but I don't have the means to do something, or I've given to it. So the bodies of government must rise to their job and do their job diligently, so that we don't lose our spirit of kindness. Because in this world that we are now, kindness is even a very scarce commodity. It is. Everybody is trying to toughen up, and in the name of boundary building, letting up for victims, we're all turning to minding business. We are now becoming who we were not. In my mother's days, when we were younger, we used to, because we were little children, we used to take people to the address they are looking for, as simple as that. Somebody that is lost are looking for. My mother would say, in somebody's house, take it. Well, we've lost that. That kindness does not exist. I'm losing everything because of the failure of systems. So system must, must work.
So like the video I was talking about that I was telling you that some people take videos and all of that. Now on X, we have specific people. If you are following some certain people, they are the ones that have been for a very long time now. They're the ones that collect funds for things like this. We already know them and we trust them. They will have gone to do all the findings and everything. And then before I think that they are involved in this one too. There's a particular this case was brought up because the person who raised the funds and who was like the one that went on Facebook and was posting, because they reached out to about 2 of them mentioned in the article, then realized that she wasn't ill. And they took the case to court. So, I mean, to the police. So it is based on their investigation. But their investigation happened. They couldn't. They had raised. They couldn't. They couldn't get the information before the funds were raised because there was connivance with the doctor. Because what you would do is you go and ask now at the hospital. But if the hospital is already involved, then you cannot get that information. Considering it's even a federal medical center, you know how you people are not just wise. You have something in your hand. You have a job. You might complain the salary is not good. You might complain the compensation, the work is very hectic. You now leave what you have in your hand, chasing what is small to pour away the real meat in your hand, because the doctor most likely will lose his job. The nurse too will lose their job. The license might be withdrawn, and they might end up, the consequences are heavy, considering the small benefits you are going to get from 1 million, 5, whatever amount of money they will give you for the fraud you just perpetrated. Please let us learn to do your work, face your work. Let's build our wealth slow and steady. Don't do these shortcuts. Let me just quickly scam this person and make this money. Let me get your final comments.
Yes, so we need to stay away from instant gratification. That's what happens. There's no rich person who just woke up and became rich. There's always a process, and your process does not necessarily mean, or at the end of the day, you don't necessarily have to be a Dangote to have been successful. Once you are able to take care of yourself, take care of your immediate needs, you are successful. So people need to be a lot more content. You have a job already. If you are looking for extra hustle, do something legitimate to be able to earn more money. There are nurses I know that are selling things. They are doing other things legitimately, and they are making it. So once you're consistent, you're putting in the hard work, one day, God will bless the works of your hand. You don't need to defraud another person. A lot of people have people's tears and blood over their heads, and they are sitting pretty, eating in their houses, forgetting that other people have collapsed. People have died. You have defrauded pensioners. You have defrauded people that were looking for. They just didn't have enough, but you had to take from them to add to your own. Their blood is on your head. We need to be careful.
That's all we can take on this segment. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Ramatu, for the story about fund recovery, because it's important we put it out there. Thank you, Nima, for the perspective, as well as BC's comment on let's use legitimate foundations. Let's build legitimate wealth. Let's shun fraud. And finally, when you proclaim that you are sick because you want to make money,
it comes to you.
Don't feel bad when you finally fall ill and then you don't have the money to treat yourself. That's what we can take on the show. No, on this segment, we still have more to discuss on the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take.
I choose to
Ejeki, close the show here for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym, though. You're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does show dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying.
So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see, what is his name?
That woman.
Damn!
Today,
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It appears there is no end in sight in the ongoing battle between the lawmaker representing Kogi Central in the Senate, Natasha Akpabio, as she filed a lawsuit against the Senate President, Akpabio, for alleged defamation. Recall that Akpabio publicly raised concern that her seat is being reassigned following a reshuffle triggered by opposition members switching to majority wing. She vehemently resisted the relocation, leading to a confrontation between her and the Senate President. Meanwhile, in a suit filed before the Federal Capital Territory High Court on the 25th of February 2025, the Senate President of the President of the Senate President of Nigeria and the senior legislative aide to the Senate President, Patrick, were listed as the second and third defendant. What are your thoughts on this drama? You know, we were hoping to have somebody from the Senate or even a former senator come and join us in the conversation, but we are going to discuss it alone with you. So you have to call in. The numbers are on your screen: 02016-352-013 or 091-390-76948. We'll also be waiting to hear from you via tweet or on YouTube. So, Senator Natasha is not stranger. She's not a stranger to controversies, and she's also very, very vocal about speaking her mind. But these lawsuits that they have taken up at the federal is a very, very, you know, because once I see a woman saying that she's been or something, once a woman speaks up, my natural tendency is to say, yes, I support women. Anything the woman says is right. But Nima, in this case, what do you think? Do you think she's following the rule of law in bringing up the case from the legal perspective and even from your personal opinion of the drama happening in the Senate with her being relocated to another seat and all of that?
So this is separate from what has happened on the House.
Yes.
That's what people don't know.
Please establish the defamation.
Let me explain. So the Senate's president, through his public spokesperson, I'm trying to find his name again, Patrick, who is supposed to be the spokesperson, wrote something on his Facebook. He's the Senate President's aide. He wrote on his Facebook, he said, he titled the post, "Is the Local Content Committee of the Senate Natasha's birthright?" And included in the statement suggesting that Natasha Akpabio believed being a lawmaker was only about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfit to the chambers. And he, you know, just sort of slighted and demeaned that. You know, I was saying that this thing, they are looking at her that she's guilty without brain. So our lawyer, Victor Giwa, have carried the matter on top of his head. He says, this statement was defamatory, provocative, disparaging, lowering of his client's dignity in the eyes of our colleagues and the public, and I completely agree for it. And instead of her to say that Facebook blocked the page, she have done the right thing. It's a publication, a defamatory one. The document is on his page. Before we pull it down, we are copying your screen grab and kept it for the purpose of future. Cut straight. Yeah.
You know, we said that people should be very careful about what they say, especially when you're representing.
He continued, though. He said a declaration that the words, "it is bottled anger," he used the word, that's the lawyer is not saying, the words that he used, "it is bottled anger by the Kogi lawmaker who knows nothing about legislative rules." She thinks being a lawmaker is all about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfit to the chambers, written by the third defendant, which is on phone.
As you are reading it, even though I read it this morning, the way you are reading, my brain is doing like this.
She brought a cease and desist action. She also brought a defamation action and asking for perpetual injunctions against these parties. So this woman, you know, I told you that they say by place, they say before you see mama of somebody or before you see a woman enter the marketplace and tear clothes, it would have been pent up
plenty things
from wash. And when she's shouting like that, before you call her mad, check whether you feel live inside that house where she from come outside naked. It's always easier.
Nima with the proverb.
Yeah. It's not easy. They say when we see a wuloso in Yoruba. So I'm using the Aochi one that, you know, you don't see a woman come out shouting naked in the afternoon. The house is hot. Something must be happening there. Before she go come outside, we start remembering to cover up. Something is hot. For this woman to say ordinary sitting arrangement, that all of us were calling ordinary, she was shouting like that.
And you will not silence me.
And it is common.
Let me hear.
That particular day, when I saw the shout, I felt that Are you sure
she's still
this is
getting
not too
emotional.
much?
Yes.
But when I read, hey, this
even
morning,
me at the vex
I
on
was
behalf of
what is this?
Senator, a whole senator.
How can you call yourself a leader and open your mouth in public and make such utterances? Whether na you write amo, abi na your
age. In fact, Igu may not be seen as Senate president. That age,
we supposed to deal with.
Yeah.
But this age said, before they post anything, they let you know. You have a PA.
Yes.
You have people that work for you. Before they post, they bring it. Oga,
he's a joint defender.
So it's two of them. Yeah. No, you to allow. Let me land my point. Allow such a thing to go out there. There are conversations you have in your sitting room. There are conversations you have in your bedroom. There are conversations you don't bring to the fore as an adult one, as a leader too, as someone who's representing a lot of people. People are looking up to you. You now make statement against a woman. If we there's nothing we can do for you here. This matter now that we have taken to court, we will leave the courts to judge the cases.
And the
suing for 100 billion. Another 300 million.
The level of damage will pass
legal
something. So the thing is me too, when I heard the story, and when they said they changed her seat, I was like, is it outside the Senate? Is it that she's not part of? It's not inside the place, or they've taken her seat outside? What's the issue all about? Until I read the story actually, but then, nevertheless, we all know how things are. At least we know that she, everything went a bit, but this her lawsuit, I mean,
you think it's too much?
Yeah, I think it's too much.
I think don't squeeze your face.
There's a stage. Hold on.
I think
hold on. If you like eye me, then there's at least there are some things that at least she has made her point and everything. She should just relax and let the matter just.
Where did she make her point?
About the seat now.
I said from the seat.
I want us to hear Ramatu. And the interesting thing, because many times when people watch the show, they feel like, oh, you are saying this, you are saying that, but we always have different views, and the reason we have different women from different walks of life is so that those views are represented. So I love listening to your opinion. In most cases I don't agree with you because I have a different world view from you, but you have the opinion that the taking it to court is too much. Yes, that so what would you feel would be the right approach to handle this kind of situation?
A lot of times,
family.
Yes, so a lot of times, yes, because already the thing has happened and all of that, so definitely she's going to get little backlash and everything. I'm sure he just made a statement without thinking of how the gravity of it, and she didn't think that she's going to take it to this length. But even her, she just needs to understand that they have already it's not like there are some things that you just have to do in silence. Silence is power. You've already done a part. You've already showed your wherever your grad and all
silence is actually power.
Yeah, so but
silence can also mean you are getting oppressed.
Well,
how do you balance that?
I don't think, well, for her kind of person, I don't think they can oppress. I don't think she looks like someone that can be oppressed.
Hold on. Ramatu, are you sure that the silence of women... Are you sure that the silence of women hasn't led to the continuity of this oppression and belittling of women? Because we would keep quiet. Don't you think that sometimes our keeping quiet is what is making it still happen?
Yeah, okay, so sometimes... Yeah, but I don't know where she's going to get to with this case right now.
Anywhere.
So now that the money that she's even asking for, these are the people that where is he going to get that kind of money?
You feel the money is too much?
Somebody is senior legislative aide to the Senate president of this country, the number 4 man.
He's number 3. Before we start asking why the naked woman is shouting,
he's the one that passes all the bills. He's the one that passes all the bills. Let him not come.
He's only representing one constituency in Akpabio. We should calm down. It is a privileged position that the members of the Senate have given him, that is Senate president, and which must be carried with the dignity and respect he is demanding to every senator, including Natasha, because she's woman. So every of them are representing their Senate constituency, which is one of every of the 3 in every state.
I want you to say it calmly so they get it. The Senate president was voted in by his colleagues to become the Senate president. He is just as powerful as
every other
senator. So it is a case of we have said you should represent us as our president. We should also be respected. But there's a point I want you to address, BC, and it's because women, when we talk and we seemingly shout, people don't hear us anymore. They hear our emotion and they box our comments under an emotional woman's opinion. She's shouting, and that's the way women behave.
And they have
how
to stop that.
How do we ensure that our voice is not, women's speaking up is not lumped into emotional outbursts?
Look at, please, let's get it straight. Everybody has their different personalities. On this table,
and you tend to be, they used to say shout.
On this table, there are people who speak calmly. That's how they are. That's how they speak, right? On this table, there are people who don't speak calmly. Those of us. Yes, those of us, my sister. we take it with our full chest. People, when we are joking, we are joking with energy. We are laughing with energy. We are dancing. Everything we do, that is our makeup, right? But it is on you to listen to the words that we are saying. If you have decided not to listen because you feel that my voice is high, that's the voice that God has given to me. If I sit here now and try to speak calmly, you know, they last past 2 seconds. You cut that film now. That will be me acting, because this is how I. So listen to the words that I'm saying. Listen to the statements that I'm making. Listen to my body language. That's how you pay attention. Do not lump it over, because men shout as well. But when a man shouts, they say, "Hi."
They call her name. I get example.
They call her name.
He's
assertive. He's being assertive. He's bold. He's courageous. He's a lion of the tribe of Judah. But when a woman does the same thing, she's aggressive. She's aggressive. And for me, you also said, no, excuse me, lioness no day. What do you mean by that? Lioness they hunt.
Yes,
what are you talking about? Go and study the animal kingdom. History. Let me say something before you take your history. You mentioned something that maybe he does not understand the gravity of what he has said, right? These are for teenagers. Teenagers are the ones that don't understand. Children and teenagers are the ones that don't understand the gravity of what they've said. And that is why we are raising them today, raising empowered teenagers. We are teaching them today that before you open your mouth, make sure that you know that consequences will follow what you're saying. We cannot be teaching an adult that has that position. So before you open your mouth, make sure you can weigh the cotton ban. No, it's an insult. It's an insult.
But
I wanted to ask about
Senate. Most of the men there, they are supporting the Senate president,
which usually would be the case.
What about the women that
can we talk about
saying anything?
That's why I said silence can. Silence can. I want to just ask a question. So I've heard in recent times sexism, like in the past 3 days, not even concerning Nigeria. I'm saying there's a video that went viral last week of the president of the US, Donald Trump, calling out a female governor and saying that you will not get federal funding.
Imagine.
So the world is entering, this year we've seen a lot of more masculine leadership and a lot of suppression of women. And so I keep hearing the word sexism. And I think it is important I give you the meaning. It is stereotyping or discrimination, typically against women based on the basis of their sex, where you will say, you are a woman, keep quiet. You are a woman. What are you saying? Your voice is too high-pitched. Women should not be shouting like this to men.
Feel angry.
And those are sexism-based comments that is disrespectful to the sex being on the receiving end. This is me just educating people on what sexism means. Do you believe that sexism is what is playing out right now at the Senate?
Of course, I agree. You see why this thing they pepper me since on Monday? That's what it's playing out. You understand?
Well, we need to know when to stop.
Melaye said to the first lady when she was a senator representing Lagos, was it Lagos Central, Abi? Then he said to her on the floor of the house, "I will beat you. I will impregnate you. Nothing will happen."
Yes, I remember.
You remember that time?
Yeah.
And
another one is playing out. And we are sitting comfortably saying, why is she shouting?
She should shout.
When the first lady was senator then, and they were having this issue, he was supportive of the Senate president that time. There was no threat he did not give her. What was the consequence? Nothing. They said they should go and close door and settle it. Natasha must stay in court too.
Because he's a man.
If she remove this case from court, I will be.
You will take it personally because she's representing many people.
Because she has done the right thing. Now she's no longer shouting. She's not screaming. A senior legislative aide to the Senate president wrote a documentary defamation of her. It must be in court.
Yes. So we'll take a quick break. When we return, every view expressed on this show is our personal view. Even me that I'm hosting the show, I express my personal view and I express my bias as a woman who would want to defend women. But on this case, based on facts. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical. You be like person without budget.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So it's a very heated conversation. Before we went on the break, Nima was saying that if Senator Natasha Akpabio withdraws the case, she will take it very personal. Please, what do you mean by that?
Exactly, because it's repeating itself. It's now becoming a thing. You know, when it was done to the former, the first lady, when she was the former senator, and some people were of the opinion, like Ramatu, that it should be resolved, you know, amicably within party, outside party. I think they were on the same party then. You know, the Senate president had just played an inner party caucus arrangement that, you know, she was speaking on the floor of the House saying to another senator that calm down, we're trying to resolve issues. and you are just issuing threats, and then you went personal at her, you trying to shut her up. She had to, carry herself in the way that this should not become a slapper, whatever matter. You can't continue to cower like that. Yeah. Because another woman would then not have a precedent of what to do. What Natasha would gain for us with this court action is that with a judgment, putting these people, it will create a precedent of what can happen so that men don't continue to say, now ordinary woman at the floor of the Senate, at the floor of our red chamber. No, now. Now, there, go, we go stop where they stop the abuse, that this sexism will explain all the way down. Yeah. You know how many young girls in the corners of the house can't speak up against abuses? Women in their husbands' houses are told that the same thing that provoked their husband, when he provoked them, they were not doing it right. Not Bishop maybe they keep quiet. The same thing that was provoking, let's say Ramatu is BC's husband, is provoking Ramatu. If he provoked BC, BC is not a worthy woman to have reacted. Yes, to have reacted the way she have reacted. But if it was her husband that was reacting, his reaction is valid.
Yes, I would like to hear Ramatu's opinion, what I'm going to say is this: we need to know when to stop. Stop what? When to stop, making so much, let's say this, I don't want to say trouble or shouting. We need to know when to stop. At least when that thing happened, 80% of Nigerians, women, we supported Natasha. Do you understand? And now this one is coming again.
What do you think she should have done?
She's now, I think she should, there are some things that you just, I'm not saying she should overlook it, but it's not something that she should make more out of, you should make it as a problem or something. What she should have done is I'll just see it as a mere comment. I'll see it as a mere comment, and then I'll face him. I'll go and face him physically, privately, and I'll talk about it. So but then let me tell you, the pancake thing. A lot of men. I want to tell men, pancake is very expensive. It's not anyhow. This all of us that come here to make up and all of that. It's not easy. It doesn't come cheap. It's not cheap. So it's not like we're doing it to make ourselves.
No, don't even say that. If you say that a woman is wearing pancake, it is similar to me coming to say you come here wearing cap. Because that's in front of our dressing. So if I wear pancake, it is my dressing.
No, that's the interpretation.
Yes,
that's what it means.
That's what it means.
That's not what he wrote. Now what he writes? He writes say it is she does not understand like she's be wearing pancake.
Yes, she does not.
I just read it out.
Why she
calling her beauty without brain.
She's there. She doesn't know the job. That's the meaning of that. So I don't. Initially I supported. I didn't support her initially for the first comment that I saw about the nightclub, because I saw his expression when he was making that comment, and I felt that with the relationship they had, he could have
been joking.
He was joking. That was how I took it. But when I now read what was written, that is derogatory. That's condescending because of a sex.
Condescending is
condescending. So you feel you are higher because you're a man, and you are lower. So no matter what you are doing, once you wear dress up, you come here to look beautiful. You don't even understand what you're here to do. That's insulting to every woman who is in leadership position. So in as much as I would, anyway, people are different. The court thing, I would have been my thing as well. If I'm not allowed to shout, I would have shouted. But if I'm not allowed to shout, I would have to go the legal way. But we need to fight this battle very well so that our children do not continue on this battle. It's like a cycle. It keeps revolving. From the ages, time immemorial, women have always had to fight and work twice as hard.
Twice as hard.
In comparison with their male counterparts. And now we're saying that in offices like this, we're equal. Give us equal opportunity. You don't talk down on me because you feel I am a woman. And so because I am a woman, I am less than you are.
Even if you help me to get to the position.
And if she does not fight this battle, another person will face it in the future. So it's good that she's fighting this so that men will understand that we are here to work. Leave whether I rub pancake or I know rub pancake. That's not what we're here.
Once Eniola did a defamation, criminal defamation against one lady, I can wake up and go on Facebook and call anybody, any if I can call them thief, murderer, armed robber, and I'll get away with it. And it was wrong. When Eniola now dragged that lady all the way to police, and she was personally showing up in each case. Nigerians were still telling Eniola she's using power to fight her. She was doing too much. But somebody woke up and called her a pimp. If somebody called me a pimp, I will flip 10 times. It's not something you take easily. So now somebody wrote and called her. He said, his local content committee of the Senate, Natasha's birthright. And he went on to say, this lawmaker believing herself to be a lawmaker, knows nothing. It only knows about pancaking her face and wearing transparent outfits to the chambers.
So, and I'm happy you're reading it because I'm concluding right now. And when we conclude, the reason for the vehemence of some of the ladies on this topic is because when it is done to one, it is similarly done to all, and the impact would spread. Your male colleague can then look at you and say, you are rubbing pancake and wearing half naked dress. Are we talking about
you up when you are making
sense? And so we want this properly addressed in a formal way that protects the interest of women, protects the interest of our girl child, and all of that. So we're waiting to see how this plays out in court. Thank you, ladies, for such a very informed conversation. Thank you to our audience for staying with us. The conversation continues on social media. We can't wait to hear from you. That's all we can take on today's show. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Pancake is not a crime.
It's not a crime.